Namaskar. I hope you had a nice meditation. And today, our quote for the week is the one that you can see in my background. Your sure, bright future is in your hand. So do not waste your time in vain. In our life, we have time. So let's say 24 hours. And this cycle of 24 hours repeats in a continuous way as long as we are alive. In these 24 hours, we do many activities. We are all the time doing something. Even if we are doing nothing, it's still something. It means still the time will pass and things will happen. So those 24 hours are at our disposal. We can choose how to utilize them. We can choose what to do in that period. So this quote tells us that this bright future is in our hands. And it also tells us not to waste our time in vain. So now we come back to these 24 hours. What should we do in these 24 hours? How should we utilize our time? Now we just finished meditation. Yes, that's a very good utilization of time. We are doing something which is taking us to, let's say, to our goal, our spiritual goal. And maybe that's the most important thing in life. So do we allocate enough time for that in our day-to-day life? Do we create that slot, that time period, that this amount of time every day I'm going to utilize for my personal development? This amount of time I utilize maybe to maintain my livelihood. This amount of time for my family, for my other activities. So in that way, we can prioritize how we utilize our time. And time is a commodity that is continuous and is in a limited quantity. Let's say money. Money can come a lot of money at once and can go a lot of money at once, or can come a little bit at a time. But time is not like that. Time is always keeping a regularity. So that's the time we have. Let's say that we are going to live 100 years. That means 876,000 hours. So now these 876,000 hours, let's utilize them well, because that's the most precious thing that we have. And the best way we can utilize it, the best will be our life. Now, so our bright future is there. It's in our hand. It's related to what we are doing in our day-to-day life. That will determine our bright future. If we are always doing something positive, surely the future will be bright. If we are not, then it cannot be bright, because what we'll do will determine what happens in the future, at least in our small life and in our environment. But you know, even though we may think that we are just one human being in this vast planet, in this vast universe, but even then, our actions have a lot of impact, more than we can think. Let's give enough value to our time, to our actions, and determine and create our future. Not only the future for our small life, but the future for all the society around us. And more we connect with other people with the same similar attitude or similar frame of mind, then our impact gets enlarged, it gets amplified. And we can see then maybe in a short time that what we do can change many things. So I really like this very short, very concentrated quote, reminding us that the future is in our hand, it's not somewhere else. It's just here, now, today, in this very moment, in our hand. And no need to have doubt, just utilize the time well, and we'll realize it. So that's what I wanted to share with you. And thank you. Namaskar.